Imagine a game that tells its story through its world, environment, and game mechanics, where you don't have to sit through line after line of dialogue and boring cutscenes. A game that truly puts you in the shoes of the main character. That can tell a powerful, compelling story without getting in the way of gameplay. That game is Subnautica. Subnautica is a breath of fresh air in the survival genre. It introduced a new way to tell a story and, more importantly, control its players' emotions. It's a game about fear, curiosity, and being alone. And it's not afraid to remind you of this throughout the entire experience. How is game feel a powerful way to tell a story? I'm going to explain using Subnautica as an example. You'll get a quick overview of the story. We'll talk about how it feels to be alone on an alien planet, the alien predators trying to kill you, and how curiosity will drive you deeper into your fears. Then bring it all together to explain why Subnautica chose to tell its powerful story, relying heavily on game feel. You crash land on an alien planet covered in water with no land in sight. You climb out of your escape pod to see your giant ship, the Aurora, burning up from the crash. There has to be others, right? You look out at the vast expanse, your expectations to find other survivors quickly fleeting. Your goals are simple. Find other survivors and make it off this planet alive. Subnautica gives you very few guides, and instead makes you find the path to achieving your goals. It's you versus the world, and the game wants you to be terrified about it. While you explore, you notice abandoned bases left behind by others stranded on the planet before you. They left behind logs of their trials and tribulations on planet 4546b, but you see no signs of their survival. There are many life pods, the same as yours from the Aurora, but again, no signs of survival. The life pods and bases make you feel utterly alone. No one is out there to help you, and you still don't know how to get off this planet. The fear of being alone plays perfectly into Subnautica's world and story, and it is powerful. Eventually, you receive contact from a ship coming to rescue you. Their call sign? The Sunbeam. You go to rendezvous with them on an island and notice an alien tower. As they come in for a landing, the tower turns into a giant space gun, aims right at them, and before you even have time to think over what is happening, the Sunbeam is shot down with no survivors. Your last chance of savior and only human contact went up in smoke right before your eyes. You recall that every life pod you checked was torn open by something big. Something hunting down survivors and leaving nothing behind. Something you are terrified of. The fear of the unknown. Almost all of Planet 4546b's hostile enemies have terrifying sounds. You will definitely hear them before you see them. Subnautica is careful not to make their enemies predictable and keeps as many secrets as possible. Meaning, wait, what's that over there? Never mind. You never really know what could be lurking in the shadows. The only way to progress in Subnautica is to adventure deeper into the unknown. Where things get darker, it's easier to get lost, and drowning is a constant thought in your mind. Did I mention you can only spend a few minutes underwater before drowning? As you go deeper, all your fears get multiplied until you are only thinking about the different ways you can die. But you have to. Curiosity drives you further into the darkness. You still have to find out how to turn off that gun and build a ship to get off this planet. The environment and the mechanics come together to create a world where you feel terrified and curious about everything, which perfectly aligns with the story Subnautica has created. Subnautica could have easily told you the story instead of making you feel and experience it, but the developers wanted to create a great game, not just another game. Even Subnautica knew when to use dialogue, voiceovers, and cutscenes, but they took the extra step. Game feel is often not the only way or the best way to tell your story, but instead a strong foundation to build the rest of your story upon. We need more games like Subnautica, more games that make us feel something. That is why I believe game feel is a powerful way to tell a story.
Hey, thanks for watching, and next time you're staring into your bland Steam library, remember that Subnautica is only a few clicks away. Another great game that uses game field to tell its story is Death Stranding by Kojima. Check that out too if you have the time and a AAA budget. A huge shout out to Adam Millard, Aki, and Joe Vaughn for the inspiration. Their videos will be linked down below.